Hey folks, 107.9 FM. This is Spencer Duby here, and I am so pleased to be joined by an old friend, an old colleague. Love this guy, Fred Groves. He's got a new book out, A League to Remember. It's a history of the Great Lakes junior hockey, specifically Junior C hockey. But I'm sure, we'll find out if he covers more than just Junior C, or if it is only Junior C. Fred, how are you doing? It's great to talk to you.
I'm great, Spencer. And first of all, I want to congratulate you and the radio station for 2 years of success. And I understand there's a documentary coming up of sorts at the Windsor Film Festival.
Yes, there is.
I'm going to try and get to see.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. That's so kind of you. And yes, we're thrilled. And I'm thrilled to have you here because, hockey, that was my first love. And I'm sure if it wasn't your first love, Fred, it is one of your first loves. We'll pluralize it. Hockey, is a sport that drives us Canadians. And I know you've been involved with Junior C hockey, whatnot. You used to with the Admirals, and I remember you telling me that in this book. It's something that doesn't surprise me that you wrote.
Yes, I'm very fortunate because it combines my two loves. It combines hockey and it combines history, which I'm a big fan of. And I was very fortunate that Greg Crane, who has been involved with hockey for different teams for many, many years, he wrote the forward of this book, which is called A League to Remember, A History of the Great Lakes Junior C Hockey League. And Greg is a great friend, and he's very passionate about hockey, and I thank him for writing it, the forward for me.
No, that is fantastic. Yeah, Greg Crane, he's been involved with the Admirals for a while now, and they're looking all right. They've had a great turnaround under the new head coach, whatnot. So I think Amherstburg has a Junior C hockey team to be excited about again, which is always great. But talking about this book, I'll go back to that very first question at the beginning. Is it specifically Junior C, or do you cover like Junior B, Junior A at all in this book, or specifically Junior C?
No, it's all Junior C, and it chronicles what used to be called the Great Lakes Junior C Hockey League from 74 to 2016, when the league kind of merged into a bigger league, which is now called the Provincial Junior Hockey League. All the leagues had their own names before, and the reason it was called the Great Lakes Junior C Hockey League is because the teams came from Essex, Kent, and Lambton counties, which are connected to Lake Erie and Lake St. Clair.
Wow. See, I did not know any of this. Like, Fred, you must have, you must have learned some things yourself. I mean, you are a very smart guy with all this stuff. You're a history buff, so maybe you didn't learn anything. Maybe you met some people along the way, former Junior C players that you learned stories about. What was this experience like writing this book? Did you meet any really interesting, exciting people? Did you learn anything new?
What I probably learned the most, and I dug into, and I go into great lengths in the book, is a couple of things. First of all, Amherstburg had the Vikings. Chris Glenwright was very generous with his time and the photos that he shared about his experience, and his father Mitch Glenwright was a big part of the Amherstburg Vikings. And of course, anybody who lives in Amherstburg will know the name Guy Cottrell, who was a lawyer, and he owned and coached and ran the Vikings for many, many years. But the other thing that surprised me a great deal, and I enjoyed writing about it, was the Tilbury Hawks. And they were in Walpole Island, and they moved the team over to Tilbury. And the very first year, they won the league championship. But they also ran into a hazing situation, which is part of a rookie party, and they made national news. It was quite a tragic incident, but it's behind them now, and behind the Great Lakes Junior C Hockey League, and we move ahead.
Wow, it must have been like brutal hazing, even for that time.
Yes, it was, and it was one of the younger goalies who kind of brought it to everybody's attention, and it's a good thing that he did as well.
Wow. This book sounds really interesting. Fred, like I said earlier, you've helped out with the Admirals. You have a great connection to Junior C hockey, and I'm sure you just have a great connection and any tier, whether it's Junior B, Junior A, like the CHL, the NHL, whatnot. We're all hockey fans, and I'm sure you're at every type of a game that you can go to. What do you find most exciting about Junior C compared to Junior B?
Oh, it's two things. It's homegrown hockey, and to coin a phrase, the motto of the Essex 73s, pride and tradition. And it brings local fans out to see local hockey players. Touched on the Amherstburg Admirals, the huge success of the Essex 73s, and the huge success of the Lakeshore Canadians. These teams are run by volunteers who do an absolutely amazing job. There's a couple of ladies I met over at Lakeshore when they were the Bell Rubber Canadians. These ladies still volunteer, and they've been doing it for 40, 50 years. And a lot of these small towns that you go to, whether it's a Moortown or a Petrolia or a Wheatley, you see the same faces year after year, decade after decade, and that's what makes a hockey program strong, is those volunteers. We've got some great ones in Amherstburg. The people who man the door, who help out, kind of the unsung heroes that you may not hear about or see, but they are the backbone of the hockey club.
And did you talk to any, modern Junior C players that, kind of shocked you? Did they touch on the history? If you say you talked to some current Essex 73 players, did they shock you? Anything that they said, about the past, the tradition, the whole thing? Because Essex is a great example, as well is Lakeshore. But did you talk to any local players, modern players making this book, Fred? And did they touch on any tradition of the club that they're playing for?
A few of them did. I have to, don't want to shy away from the Admirals too much, but there's guys like Paul Bortignon, who was a coach and GM of the Amherstburg Admirals, and he played Junior C in Kingsville. He played Junior B in Leamington. He played for the Windsor Spitfires. Very, very knowledgeable guy, and hopefully someday he's going to get back into junior hockey, because he has so much to give. But what I found out is that the game has changed a great deal. There's not as much fighting or rough stuff or physical play as there was in the past, like especially in the 80s and the early 90s. It was a pretty rough game. You'd go into Walpole Island and you'd be expected for a rough game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime, you talk about, 70s, even into the 80s, the hooking, right? And like you mentioned, even the 90s, the clutch and grab, right? It's not as physical now, but eventually or occasionally you do see, some steamrolling type hits.
Yep.
That's
right.
It's great. And you know what, Fred? I love that you touched on the homegrown thing. So many players are local, and that's what I find that with Junior C. And I never really thought of it like that until you said it. It's great. You usually see, if there's a team, like the Admirals, that's, got 18 players or 20 players on the roster, probably 17 of them are right from Amherstburg, which is great.
Yep. It's changed a little bit now. It used to be, as Mike Sadler, who was a very successful general manager in Essex when they had a big role in the early 70s when they started out, he told me that at one time you could only draw within 10 miles of your, I guess it would be the post office, because that's what they go by. But now you can draw pretty much from anywhere in the county. And Amherstburg does a very good job recruiting, and all teams make sure that they have local talent on. Amherstburg's probably got 7 or 8 guys on the Admirals roster this year, and they're good hockey players, very good hockey players.
Fred, I'm learning more and more as we go. I love it, Fred. Your knowledge is uncanny. Like you said, you're a huge history buff, and it really shows. And when it comes together with sports, it's perfect combination because it's something you've always been to, and that's stuff that's right up my alley. And tomorrow, Fred, you'll be signing A League to Remember, copies of it at the Amherstburg Admirals game, which is very exciting. Folks, come on out to that. It's going to be great. Fred, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. It's great to talk to you again, and I'm excited for this book.
Thank you. I appreciate your time, Spencer.
Fred Groves, ladies and gentlemen.